it's Becca here at the museum. This month I'm focusing on the 2030 launch and speculations for the Artemis 4, 5, and 6. This would serve as a gateway and fueling area between the moon and other planets, especially Mars. This program is designated to put astronauts on the moon, to live and work short times and build lunar bases, in addition to exploration of further planets. The Artemis Base Camp will support missions of up to 2 months and will be used to study technologies for use on future moon or Mars bases, and then future stationary modules. This may be used regularly for decades to come through both government and commercial programs. Most probably, it will be a site that has already been visited by prior robotic missions. It will consist of 3 main modules: the SH, which is the surface habitat, the Lunar Terrain Vehicle, which is the unpressurized rover cart for transporting suited astronauts and cargo around the vicinity of the base, the pressurized rover, which is the PR, which is a vehicle complied with small backup habitat facilities, thus enabling multi-day-long range exposure teams away from the base. On the 19th of May 2023, NASA announced the additional contact to Blue Origin to develop a second crew lunar landing, which will make the first crewed flight as part of the Artemis 5 mission. Blue Moon is smaller than SpaceX HLS lander, leaving only 20 tons of payload. The rovers open the doors to Mars for human exploration. If you look at the pictures I've provided for you here, you can see that currently the concept of operations described as a gateway is a multi-purpose space station, supported lunar surface mission, SIG lunar research, and provides ground for human missions to Mars. Gateway International Partnership is an expansion of the partnership for the second generation of space program, namely the International Space Station, ISS, and future commercial, scientific, technological, demonstrated opportunities, that is the infrastructure, building blocks provided the operational crew spacecraft. At least orbiting class. The USA class is the lander is fueled with combination of liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen propellants. This is a view of the moon when we first had the InSight on the landing and put the first man on the moon and discovered that it was in fact possible. Now we are expanding to the moon base so that the other planets such as Mars can be studied and possibly pioneered for these destinations in the distant future. The Artemis program is doing just that. Artemis 5 in 2030 is planning the third crewed lunar landing, which will deliver 4 astronauts to the Lunar Gateway Station. The mission will deliver the European Space Agency a Spirit refueling and communication module and Canadarm3, a Canada-built robotic arm that was system for the gateway and delivered to be NASA's Lunar Terrain Vehicle. Launch is scheduled for no earlier than March 2030. The mission will be able to be the first to use Blue Origin and Blue Moon lander to take astronauts to the moon's surface. Artemis 6 in 2031 is planned to be the 4th crew lunar landing, which will integrate the crew and the science airlock with Gateway Space Station. Launch is scheduled for no earlier than March 2031. As of 2024, the airlock module is under construction. On March 29, 2024, NASA released an article outlining the mission of Artemis 4, which is to be the first crewed mission to the Lunar Gateway starting for 2028. Starting for the Dragon XL, which will be used to resupply and carry science experiments, Artemis 4 will take place concurrently with the Starship launch, which will dock at the Gateway and help with the assembly of the station. The Gateway parts: the Orion, the small pressurized crew cabin, the logistic module, the power and propulsion element, human landing system. The Artemis Base Camp is proposed lunar base to be established at the end of the 2020s. Of course, we're not there yet. The base camp is to be the South Pole region near the 2 adjacent Shackleton and De Gerlich craters. This is due to the area's wide variety of lunar geography and due to the abundance of water ice. This is believed to exist in the lunar soils of the crater floor. The environs of these craters fall under the guidelines of the Outer Space Treaty. The Artemis program will make use of the 2 types of spacesuits revealed in October 2019. The Exploration Extravehicular Mobility Unit, XEMU, and the Orion Crew Survival System that you see here. On the 10th of August 2021, a NASA official Inspector General audit reported a conclusion that the spacesuits would not be ready until April 2025. At the earliest, like delaying the mission from then planned 2024, in response to the IG report, SpaceX indicated that they could provide the suits. The crew assignments are as follows: Captain Reed Wiseman, Pilot Victor Glover, Mission Specialist Christina Hammock, Koch, and Mission Specialist 2, Jeremy Hansen. They will work as a team to execute the ambitious set of demonstrations during the flight test. Remember, there were 5 United States rover I discussed on the last month's presentation. 3 are still active and sending information from Mars surface. This presentation has dealt with the USA rovers. In the upcoming series, I will cover the rovers from other countries as well. Thank you for watching. Remember, if you like the video, click like, and if you want to comment, please do. If you have any questions, you can add them here in the comments. Thank you for joining me. See you soon, and this is Becca signing off.